Hello, hello. Okay. Oh, the lighting looks a little weird, or at least it does on my end. Let me kind of turn down my light there. Much better. So I want to thank y'all for either catching me live tonight or catching my replay. So I'm just going to go and get started. I'm not going to go into any introductions because if you're here, you know me. It's a private group. You follow me on Instagram, or we're friends, or in some cases you may have known me for your entire life. So as you know, recently I said this on Instagram, it's going to be about 5 weeks now. Tomorrow makes 5 weeks. I had started using the products from Riman. Riman is a K-beauty, a Korean beauty company, of course, in Korea. They started, I think, in about, my goodness, was it 2017, something like that? But they just made their way over here in the United States in March of 2023. So it's still a very brand new company here in the States, but it is spreading all over the place because it's so good. And what sort of makes this product stand out is that it has two very unique ingredients in it. One is the Byung Pool leaf. I'm going to explain what that is, and the lava energy water that they use in these products. And I'm going to show you these products in just a second. So they noticed that tigers, when they would fight in the wild, would go and roll around in this grass because the grass had these like healing powers. So they started looking at this grass, and it's called the Byung Pool. At least that's what they call it. But like the scientific name of it is Centella asiatica. I probably said that really, really wrong. And I don't know if comments will appear. If I don't see your comments, know that when I save this video to the group, I'll be able to read all your comments. And if you have any questions, I will answer them there. But anyway, so they took these leaves and they started producing their own leaves. They have this, I guess, this really high-tech scientific laboratory in, I'm going to probably pronounce this wrong too, Jeju Island. I guess it's an island out there, you know, off of Korea or somewhere in Korea. And they started harvesting this plant. And if you look through, I think it was post number 3, it kind of talked about the Byung plant. So they started producing their own in this very meticulous lab. There's this video that I can share with you, and it just shows how important even which direction the root grows in is so important. So anyway, that ingredient is in most of their products. And the other ingredient is the lava energy water. So this water, I'm pretty certain, is found in I know it's found on the Jeju Island. And I want to say it's under a volcano. And there are only 5 places, if I understood it correctly, that you could get this water in the entire world. But the only place that the water is like usable is in Korea, you know, on Jeju Island. So they have a patent on that water, and it's like no other, like, I think they call it, it's a unique underwater resource. I wrote it down right here. It's unlike any other. It holds high levels of unique minerals beneficial to skin. So you will find that also in the ingredients. And if you go onto their website, and I'll make a post, like a little video, and add it into the comments of where you can go on the site. And if you look up the ingredients, you can go explore Riman, and then you go down to ingredients. They list in alphabetical order all the ingredients, and if you tap on it, then it shows you which products has those ingredients in it. So it's very helpful if you're into the science. But I'm going to get right into the ritual, because let's be honest, that's really the only thing we really care about. A little background. I had a client, Wendy. Wendy was my client with Saint, and I've known Wendy, probably she was one of my first clients. So I've known Wendy now for quite a while, and I just started noticing within the past year her skin looked phenomenal. So we started talking about it and chatting about it, and she told me how she had left her other skin company and she started working with Riman because the products were very clean products and the results were unbelievable. Well, at the time her and I started talking about it, I had Hallie graduating high school, I had Ryan graduating college, I had Ryan getting out of a birthday the day after he graduated. I had Hallie, all her friends graduating, needed a present. I had, a niece graduating, a nephew graduating, so it wasn't a time. So I said, Wendy, I can't do anything right now. Catch me in June. Well, sure enough, she did. June 29th was the first day I started with the ritual. And I would say within a week, I noticed changes in my skin. And definitely at week 4, I could not keep it in anymore. I had to share with y'all the results because y'all know this décolleté area of mine was just one of my trouble spots. It was very discolored. It had sunspots on it. Right around here, it was very dark. Well, that's where I guess a lot of that crepey skin, look, if you push the skin together, it gets dark. Well, over these 4 weeks, I don't see as much crepiness. You can tell in the color of my tone, it's not as discolored. It looks like, yes, some of the spots are there, but it looks like they're fading. So I'm here at about 5 weeks to share this with you. And I hope you stay around to see my results at the end of 90 days. So now we're into in the 30s. So I still have 60 days to go to get to 90, but the results, the texture of my skin, the pores, it's just incredible. So I just cannot wait to see the results. So I'm going to go on and get started with you. And to keep this video kind of short, I'm not exactly going to go into detail what each product does. What I'll do with that is after the video, I'm going to post a little collage of pictures that they will tell you, oh, look what's happening. Sorry. The phone does that, certain things when you make your hand motions. I will list in the comments what exactly each of them does, but what I'm using tonight and what I've used for the past 5 weeks is like a double cleanse system. So this is the philosophy behind Riman. They believe in cleanse. You want to cleanse the skin, hydrate the skin, and protect the skin. So there's actually 3 different cleansers, and you could use all 3 of them because one is more like a exfoliant type cleanser that you could use like once a week. It's kind of like a powder. I don't have that one here to show you. I do have this Pure Cell cleansing oil that this is what I take my makeup off with. I'm wear Saint makeup. So to me, it's very important that I remove my makeup first before I go in with my cleanser. And this is my cleanser. Sorry, I thought, well, that bottle looks a little different. So what I first do is I like to give myself one pump. I just pumped one in my hand. And I'm just going to start with one. And then I'm just going to rub this all over my face and my neck, because you know I put contour down my neck. And when I need a second pump, I'll go get it. I'm going to rub my hands together. I use, what's that? Thrive mascara. So it's tube mascara, so it's making like tubes on my eyes. And it sort of loosens it, but not completely. In my second cleanse with the Snow Enzyme is when I'm really going to take that off. So I'm just going to clean here, rub it all over my eyelids, because you know I had on eyeshadow. Make sure I get my neck. And then I'm just going to take a clean cloth and wipe it off. Just like so. Real easy. I did hear Wendy saying how she'll use this double cleanse on her makeup days, or if she's out with like sunscreen on, it helps remove all those things. And she says it's oil, and oil attracts oil. So I guess it's like pulling the oil out of your skin. So now that I have all of that done, oh my gosh, y'all, I might have to grab my, no, I don't. I have a squirt bottle right here. Because now I'm ready for my Snow Enzyme cleanser. So this one, I just put a little bitty pea-sized shape, or maybe even smaller than a pea. And then I'll put it in the palm of my hand because I have to add water. And the best way I could add water tonight without being in the shower or over the sink is with a spray bottle. And it lathers up, foams up. Now I'm just going to put this all over my skin. And like I said, I'm normally in the shower when I do this part. So it doesn't even really feel like a step because of the ritual. Because I would wash my face in the shower anyway. Oh, I should have put that little bow thing on, huh? That's okay. Tomorrow I'm going to wash my hair. Tomorrow morning. I'm going to add a little more water. And again, I'm normally in the shower. Make sure I get my neck. I mean, it's lathering still. You just don't really see it lathering on my face. Because I guess my water supply, I'm kind of limited here. Okay. So now I'm just going to take my cloth. In the shower, I would be, you know, rinsing my face with it. Gonna make sure it's all off. My mascara, I'm surprised that it didn't make the mess it normally makes. Maybe I didn't have a lot on. Or maybe some of it's still there. I'll have to work on that. Well, no, I won't work on it because I will have done my face. So let me real quickly just sort of slide this over my lashes to make sure I get it all. Because once I do my ritual, I am not going to come back, and I'm just lightly kind of pulling, sliding whatever's left on my lashes off. Okay. All right. Yeah, it's a lot different doing this with a towel, with a cloth, than it is in person. I mean, in the shower. So now that I have cleansed my face, I'm going to start the process of the ritual where I start putting on what they call Boosie Boo. Let me dry it a little. Because you do want your face dry between the steps. Look at me rubbing that towel on my face. Like I told you, I'm normally in the shower. So right now, I'm going to do this a step. It's called the Biotin Oil Mist. And this can be done in the routine as well as throughout the day. I even put it on top of my makeup a few days. I just started this last week. So this part of this routine that I'm sharing right now, I did not have this when I showed you my results. That I cannot give any credit to my results to this product or the one I'm going to use next. And then I will list in the comments too everything that got me to my results to week number 4. And this is a very light mist. Very light mist. And I know you're probably sitting there thinking, well, my goodness, that is a lot of steps in this ritual. I don't want to do all those steps. But when I tell you, they go by quickly. Of course, not tonight because I'm talking talking during this, and y'all know I'll talk so slow. But you get so excited about seeing the results of this that you don't mind doing all these steps. It's sort of fun because you just can't wait to see the results. I am going to squirt it on my décolleté and neck area. And while it's drying, and it's very light, so it dries pretty quickly. But you see that nice glow it gives? So this is the calming gel, and I'm going to tell you why I did not get this at first. Because it helps with a lot of inflammation on your face, a lot of redness, or if you have acne or rosacea. And when I was talking to Wendy about it, I thought, nah, I don't need that because I'm really not that red. Well, once my face started kind of evening out the tone, I could really see where I was red. I'm always really red right here. But once my skin started to clear up, I could really see just how red I was. And it's like I have these little broken capillaries right here and right here. So last week, that's when I started using the gel and that spray. So I just have been doing these for about a week. And it's part of the ritual. So I'm going to put this all over. And I'm going to let it completely dry. I'm going to put on my neck and the décolleté. And I'm just going to let it dry. And it feels so good. It almost feels like it's tightening up my skin. When I'm in the shower, that's when I do that snow enzyme. About the time I do that first, and about the time I'm finished with my shower, my skin feels so nice and tight. I just keep this little fan near just so I can kind of speed up the drying process. But look how it just makes your skin look like glass. That's kind of the goal, huh? We all want a dewy, almost flawless glass look. I just need to work on, and I have complete faith that, because I have seen the before and afters and the wonders that it's done. But like I said, I've only used this for a week. So we're going to see. So the next part is what they say is the little boosty boo. It's the booster, serum, and then the booster again. And this, I heard one explain it. If you do nothing else of this routine, this right here is the liquid gold. This is where a lot of that, what did I say? The Byung Pool plant is, and the lava energy water. So I am going to spray this. I'm going to give myself spray on the forehead, each cheek, my neck, and my chest. And I'm not totally rubbing it in. I'm just spreading it And then I'm going to let it dry. And yes, I wear contacts, but I'm real careful about it not getting in my eyes. So with just light fingers, just go lightly about and let it dry. And that is the booster. That's where the boo comes in. The boo, see boo. So the serum, again, I'm just going to put little drops on my face, pretty much just where I sprayed my face. And again, this has taken so long because, you know, I'm just sitting here talking. Y'all know I like to talk, and I talk slow. All right, so I'm going to pull it up, and I'm going to add 1 drop to my forehead. And again, just like I did with the Boo See Boo, I'm not rubbing it in, I'm just spreading it. Real lightly over my eyelids, by the way. You know, I just took whatever was left on my fingers and went over my lids. Now I'm going to put a drop on each cheek. And again, just spreading it, not rubbing it. And then I'll put right here, and I will come up. And then I will just put a little one right there and rub it in. Not rub it in. I shouldn't say rub it in. Spread it. So now once that dries, I'll do the Boo See Boo again. And I want to show you, this is a skin vestment, okay? But look at this. Look how big this bottle is. And I've been using it for 4 weeks. This is going to last a while. This, I've also, well, it's about 5 weeks now. 5 weeks. So I still probably have a good 5 weeks to go. The thing that you are going to sort of need first is the cream. And that's the step we're going to do after the second boo. But all of these are like big, nice, tall tubes that are going to last. Like you're just using a pea size of this. So it's going to be a while before, I would say, what did I say, 5 weeks I've been using this, and not even quite halfway. So if I get another 5 weeks out of that, that's like 10 weeks, probably 12. That's 3 months before I may have to replace this. This you're just using very little of as well. I would say the things you would want to replace first are going to be the cream, which is going to be the last step I share with you tonight, and the oil mist. But like I said, I didn't even get this to start. I went 4 weeks without this before I even started using it. And it's oil and water. You know, it is the, because when they extract from that Byungpool plant, it's like the oil they're taking out of the plant to use. And then they have the lava or energy water. So you know oil and water do not mix. So the oil will sit on top, or I think it's the oil that's on top and the water's on the bottom. So you want to make sure you shake up this mist. And I send you all this in detail. You know, if you're a Saint client of mine, you know that I am good about getting you started. So don't worry about that. Well, now I'm pretty much dry. I'm a little tacky, but you want to be tacky. And I'm going to do the boo again, the booster. Forehead, cheek, neck, and chest. And I'm just going to spread it around. Not rubbing it in. Just spreading it around. I'm going to let it let it dry, do its thing. Fan myself off. I know normally I wouldn't fan myself. I would just sit here. I would scroll Facebook. When Kenny is overseas, a lot of times, he and I take this time, use this time, you know, it's morning time in Kazakhstan. So he and I just sit on FaceTime and we chat because he's at work and I'm getting ready for the bed. And y'all, please excuse the hair. I have an appointment next week. So it's been a struggle with this hair, but that's for another video. So anyway, I'm gonna let it dry. And you can see why your skin, over the weeks of using this, you get this. I even had makeup on today, and when I was, right before I was in my bathroom right there in those lights, this is what my forehead looked like with the lights shining kind of on my head. Normally, I wouldn't see that. And if I did, it surely wasn't anything like that. So it's just lovely, lovely. I cannot say enough about this. So while I'm waiting for it to dry, also I'm just gonna put a little bit of my oil on my lips. This is not Riman, but Riman does have a balm that I have on my list to get that I can put on my lips. So I can't wait, because guess what? It has the ingredients in it. But with Hallie going to college in, you know, less than 2 weeks now, I'm not splurging on myself. But as soon as I get her in and get settled, you better believe I am going to get that balm, because y'all know I am a chapstick kind of person, a lip oil kind of person. I have it in my car, next to my bed, next to where I sit in the den, in my purse. I have it everywhere. Okay. So now, and it comes in this beautiful jar with this precious little spatula. This is the last step I have, and this is the last step I'm going to share with you tonight. It's still part of, you know, I told you their philosophy is cleanse, hydrate, and then protect. Well, this is still part of the hydrate. And this is the moisturizer. It's got all the goodness in it. So I'm going to use about that much. And I'm putting this on pretty thick. I'll probably have to even scoop in there one more time. And I want to show you. I still have that much in there. And tomorrow will be 5 weeks. So it lasts a really long time. But I'm going to spread it around. Again, I'm not rubbing it all the way in. I'm leaving it sort of thick. You want it almost like a top layer of skin. On my eyelids, a little bit on my eyelids, because you don't want it, you know, getting in your eyes. And like I said, I wear contacts, so I'm very careful. Again, I'm going to take a little more because I'm determined to get this neck and décolleté looking as good as I know my face is going to look. I'm just going to rub it all in. I keep saying rub in. Spread it. Evenly spread it in a nice thick layer. You want it to feel tacky. I still have some on here. So I'm getting around my nose, above my lips. I don't know if you noticed, even in my before and after, in my 4 week after, how much this, you know, kind of evened out. I found around my mouth was very dark. So this has helped with that tremendously. And even like the discoloration under my eyes. And you know that balm that I just told you about that I can't wait to put on my lips? I even saw a picture of a girl. She used it under her eyes to help with the dark circles under her eyes, and it was amazing. She is in the before and afters that I shared. She's the one, I think she had short hair, and I think she said it was after, I don't know, I'll have to go back and kind of tag her. But this is my ritual that I've used. All of this that I shared with you tonight, including the mist and the gel, remember, this has only been 1 week. So I would say this is kind of more of what the expert ritual would be and what I had before. Even though I had this double cleanser, that's more of the essential. This is what I started with right here. 2 I did even before the shower, and these 3 I did out of the shower. That's 4 weeks. And then all of them 5 weeks. So I would love to get you started on this routine, just because I think it's something we've never seen before, and I think you really, really love it. What's good about this company is that they have a meeting, some sort of meeting every day of the week. So if you wanted to see more in depth about the company, the science behind it, the products, I could send you a Zoom link for you to go and learn more about it. If you were interested in the business opportunity behind this, you know, to kind of offset this crazy economy that we're living in, there's a Zoom for that. There's just all sorts of opportunities to learn in this company, which is really neat. I try to listen to a few a week because I want to learn everything I can about it, even though I'm still sort of new and had to refer to notes. But I'm going to put all of these in my comments so you can see exactly what each one of them did, because like I said, we would be here all night, and I've kept you 30 minutes already, so I don't want to keep you anymore. But drop me some comments if you have any questions. You can DM me privately if you're interested. I do have a little skincare assessment, like a little survey to find out what your needs are, because, okay, if you don't have any kind of redness that's, you know, inflammation, you probably would not need the gel. You could probably do without the gel. I live in the South, and, you know, I wear a face full of cream makeup most days, so that's why I double cleanse. You may not need a double cleanse. You may not live in the South where, you know, you get so sweaty just thinking about going outside. You may be okay with just one cleanse, but these are the things we need to have a discussion about. So send me a DM, comment, go back to the post, answer me. I'll send you the little assessment. Let's chat. You know I'm here. You know you can reach me in the DMs on here, the DMs on Instagram. Any questions, it would be my pleasure to answer them for you. And I want to thank y'all for joining me tonight at 8:45. Yeah, in about 8:45. It'll give me time to kind of pick up around here. I will have another post with a shopping link. And then a little bit after that, I'll have the final post of the night. So again, thank y'all for joining me, and I will see y'all soon.